My name is Matthew Pathio. Today we'll be discussing databases. In my presentation, we'll be talking about what databases are, the history behind databases, and the emergence of new programs and models that advance database technology. So what exactly are databases? Databases in the IT realm are often known as database management systems, or DBMS. DBMS is a user, application, and database interface designed to capture and analyze data. DBMS allows for the definition, creation, querying, update, and the administration of databases. Over the course of the past 50 years, numerous models of the DBMS have become available to the public. Some of the many database models include navigational, hierarchical, network relationship, and entity relationship. The ancient times consisted of a wide variety of written databases. However, the 1960s was the emergence of the electronic database with the computing era at its advent. The first most popular model is the navigational model. Records or objects are found primarily by following references from other objects. The navigational model utilizes pointers and paths to navigate data records. The second DBMS model is the hierarchical model. It is a data model that is organized in a tree-like structure and was first created by IBM. The hierarchical model is data is stored as records which are connected by links. The network model provides elasticity in representing objects and their relationships. It uses schemas that are not restricted to hierarchy, and these three models provided a template for programs such as Codicil and IMS to emerge. Codicil is the Conference Committee on Data Systems language. It is the standard programming language. The methods under the Codicil approach include the use of a primary key, navigating sets relationships from one record to another, and scanning records sequentially. IMS stands for Information Management Systems. The IMS differs from the Codicil approach because it relied heavily on hierarchical models rather than the network model. The 1970s proved to be an era for renovation of the navigational model. It was pioneered by Edgar Codd at IBM in San Jose, California. His goal was to work with large databases. Relational model is now one of the database standards in the IT realm. Data is organized in tables of columns and rows with a key that is unique for each row. As we'll hear more later, all relational models use SQL language. The entity relationship model, or ER model, is a data model that describes data info of a business domain or its process requirements in an abstract way that lends itself to being used in a database like relational database. It was developed in 1976 by Peter Chen. Between the years of 1974 to 1977, two prototypes of the relational system model was created. The first was Ingres, a brainchild of the University of California in Berkeley, and the other was System R, created by IBM. The emergence of the computer allowed for the transition between the navigational model and the relational model. The internet allowed for relational databases to skyrocket and be on track to where it is today. As I mentioned before, System R was a template used for SQL. SQL stands for the Standards Query Language. It is a special purpose program language designed to manage data held in relational databases. SQL consists of data definition, language data manipulation language, and data control language. It became the standard in 1986. At the beginning of the 21st century, new languages were emerging. Carlos Razi was constructing NoSQL, while others focused on NewSQL. The NoSQL arose out of a need for a language for enterprise databases. It does not replace SQL's importance, however. NoSQL is very fast, doesn't require fixed table schemas, stores denormalized data, and can be scaled horizontally. In essence, NoSQL now removes almost all the properties of a relational database. So what does this mean for the DBMS industry today? There are over hundreds of DBMS companies that provide services. Some of the most common are Oracle and MySQL. The database field is continuing to advance, and more improvements are being seen in the near future.